With perfect toppers, I rule this day. Lettuce, mayo, pickle, ketchup, it's okay if I don't want that Impossible or bacon Whopper, any Whopper my way. You rule your season today at BK. Have it your way.
So I doubt you were expecting to hear this fucking voice yet again. Probably for the fucking last time, to be honest. So as we're recording this video, the 2nd of March 2023, it has been, give or take, around a year since I uploaded my most recent video, which was a god-awful fucking shit post that I put way too much effort into for it to be that fucking bad. Like the production quality of that was comparable to the production quality of Chinese fucking iPhones. But regardless, I've decided to pick up the fucking terrible mantle that is this channel once again. I don't know, I was looking at this channel while I was at work like fucking a couple weeks ago, and I was thinking to myself, should I start making YouTube videos? Should I not? Do I want to? Do I not? And I decided, fuck it. Like, the fuck have I got to lose, right? Got nothing to do with my spare time. It's either do this or fucking play Dark Tide for another 100 hours, right? So, let's choose a more creative option. Nah, but Jesus fucking Christ, I'm looking at this channel right now on my fucking, my dual monitor, because I have a dual monitor setup. Probably gonna put in a picture of it just to, tell everyone I have a dual monitor setup, right? On my second monitor, I've actually got my channel here, and I'm looking at my old fucking videos. I think the worst part about some of these videos is purely, like, some of them actually have they have decent topics. I'll be dead honest with you, right? Dead honest with you. My favorite one is the worst types of channels. In that one, I was talking about what was it? Fucking like end times channels, right? It was those fucking shit ass Catholic channels where they fucking quote unquote predicted the end of the world or some goofy ass shit. But instead, they just went on talking about a bunch of shit, unrelevant fucking stories. But it was executed so fucking poorly. It was just, I mean, I don't necessarily blame myself. All I had was for production was a PS4 and the god awful fucking, what's it called? The god awful editing software that is SharePlay, that only let you had a certain amount of clips before it just told you to fuck yourself. But now I have a fully functioning PC, works. And I got a fucking pirated version of Premiere Pro because I'm not paying the fucking 200 quid they're fucking charging for that. Fuck off. But anyway, is it good to be back? Probably not. But regardless, I don't know. Fucking, like, I'm gonna stay on this topic for a little bit longer, just a little bit. I'm looking at my most video right now is Leafy had sex with fucking Pokimane, right? And it's actually kind of fucking depressing to look at that because that video has 633 views, right? Which for my channel, that's actually quite a lot, right? That's actually quite a lot. The reason why it's depressing to fucking see that is it only has that amount of views purely because of the title itself, right? And on YouTube, that's what's called clickbait, right? Everyone fucking does it. No one's shamed for it. Who gives a shit, right? Oh, someone fucking did clickbait. Oh, fucking holy hell. War crime, motherfucker. Get NATO. Get the Geneva Convention involved, right? But anyway, I mean, like even that video, right? Like, it was such a piss take, though. It was such a piss take of a video. Like, I did not give a flying fuck about the shit I was talking about. However, I am actually thinking of remastering some of these videos, right? And I know that sounds like some fucking Ubisoft shit, like, I'm gonna fucking remaster fucking Tetris for like the 12,000th time or some shit like that. But I actually want to remaster some of these videos, like actually, like, kind of update them, right? Because, like I said before, some of these were actually pretty good topics. It's just I was limited by the fucking terrible technology I had, right? I.e. a fucking PS4 and a blue snowball, right? Which I'm using to record this video. And the the fucking cable for it's rusted, so I don't know how that's gonna affect the audio. Although I was listening back to one clip just there, it should be fine. But we'll see anyway. All right, to start off the new quote unquote season, I'm gonna start off with a pretty decent topic. I'm gonna be arguing why Burger King is, in my opinion, the best fucking fast food restaurant ever fucking made. All right, so in my life, I've been to Burger King a couple times, but I remember actually going to Burger King for the first notable time when I was around, I think, 14 or so. Basically, we were me and the family went to like an arcade or some shit to celebrate. Oh fuck, what was it? I can't even fucking remember. To celebrate something, right? To celebrate fucking, I don't know, the Third Reich coming into power. But we went to Burger King because that was the only fast food restaurant that was around at the time, or was in the area anyway. Basically, we went into this Burger King and we looked at the menu, and I actually got the steakhouse Whopper, right? Which I think is an exclusive to the UK and Ireland. I'm not 100% sure though. I'm pretty sure it is an exclusive, but it's basically so it's a regular Whopper. So you got your fucking regular shit. You got your onion, you got your tomato, you got your fucking mayo, you got your patty, and then you have like crispy onion and bacon. I think that's what's on it. Oh yeah, and fucking barbecue sauce. Never mind. Basically, point is, it was a good burger. It was a really good fucking burger. Really liked it. The fries were kind of mid, to be honest. But anyway, it was a good burger. Forgot about it and moved on with my life. A couple years down the line, around 17 years of age, so around 2021, I started working at this KFC in the city, right? KFC in the city. And basically we'd have this food allowance, right? So we were allowed to pretty much take whatever we wanted as our, staff meal. Over time, at the time, I actually liked KFC. KFC was actually pretty good to me at the time. But Jesus fucking Christ, eating KFC every day for a solid 6 months, solid 6 months eating fucking KFC, literally fucking every day, right? I got fucking sick of that crap, right? Like, you don't understand how fucking much I despised KFC, right? And it actually made me realize how shit KFC food in general kind of is, because I saw how it was cooked. So the way it was cooked was the most fucking, it is the most disgusting fucking process you could even imagine, right? You can even imagine. You know that meme where it's like the rat jumping into the KFC fryer? Like, I personally have never seen it happen, but I would definitely not be surprised if that was something that happened on the regular when I wasn't on shift. But holy shit, it was just the most. It's basically what we do is we bread the chicken, right? We bread the chicken. We put in like this fucking kind of tub full of flour and basically just the breading, right? We put in the breading, then we'd wash it, or put in like fucking, was it water or some shit? I can't even fucking remember. It's been so long since I fucking worked in KFC. But we'd put in the breading. We put in like this. I don't know what the fuck it was. But we bread it twice, regardless, right? We bread it twice. Then we would stick it into a fucking deep ass fucking like hole type thing, man. Like it wasn't even like just a regular deep fryer, right? This thing was fucking huge, right? This was some fucking Chinese, Russian, Soviet Union industrial type shit, right? Like, we're talking at least a solid. I think it reached up to my fucking. Reached up to the bottom of my rib cage, right? So it was around, give or take, 4 feet. It was 4 feet and all the way down, right? And in the middle of it was basically just this big ass hole, right? And in that hole, it was filled, maybe not to the brim, but like an inch away from the brim, it was just complete oil, right? The worst part about it is that fucking oil was barely ever changed. Fucking barely. It was barely ever changed, right? I think we only changed it like once or twice a year, and most of the time it was fucking black, right? It was straight up like charcoal black. It looked like tar, right? It looked like straight up fucking tar. And at the start, I didn't necessarily understand how it was made, so I didn't really give that much of a shit. holy shit, after a while, I realized how much fucking oil was in that fucking KFC. And I think it was about 4 months in that I actually realized that this shit be fucking oily as hell. Like, on multiple occasions, I've seen the fucking chicken come out looking like fucking mashed potatoes. It was that goddamn mushy. Like, it straight up looked like fucking rotting flesh, right? I've never seen rotting flesh before, but I'd imagine it looks like a KFC drumstick. Like, it was so fucking oily that I remember a lot of the time, because when I started working at the fucking tills and shit, right? I was working in front of house. I've had the chicken be so fucking oily that the buckets we put the chicken in fucking like straight up break because of the amount of fucking oil it was, right? So the oil would like pool at the bottom, right? The oil would pool at the bottom and then soak into the fucking bucket itself, right? Soak in the bucket itself, and then the bag. So the bottom of the bucket was just soaked in oil. Same with the bag, right? And they would just rip apart because of the amount of fucking oil that was in there, right? And then a couple times, like, and the fucking cooks, right? The thing is, I don't know if it was specific to the KFC I worked at, because the KFC I worked at was a shit heap, right? It was a straight up fucking shit heap, because the manager, he could not give less of a fuck, right? It was just there for a paycheck, and he knew it was just there for a paycheck, right? He wasn't like one of those fucking managers that actually give a fuck, right? He did not care. Like, he could not care less. And as a result of that, fucking the cooks could not care less either, right? So most of the time, they weren't even fucking paying attention. On one occasion, the cook that was on duty, I think it was around Christmas 2021, and the cook on duty at the time, he wasn't paying attention like whatsoever. He had earphones in as well, so the beeping of the fucking of the fryer, he didn't hear that. He didn't fucking hear that. Normally with like actual chicken, so not fillets or like fucking tenders or whatever. Normally it's around like half an hour. The chicken sat in that fucking oil for a solid 50 minutes, right? 50 minutes just fucking burning away, right? And you know how it came out? It came out looking like actual charcoal, right? Actual fucking charcoal. I don't think if I have a picture of it, I'll text some of my friends to see if at least someone took a picture of it. But it looked like fucking charcoal, right? And it had the same texture as charcoal as well, right? It was crunchy as fuck, right? It was crunchy as fuck and oily as shit, right? You don't understand how fucking oily that crap was. Right, and that was just like the regular chicken, right? The burgers, on the other hand, oh my fucking god, were they bad, man. It was like, normally the burgers were, it was basically just a filet, lettuce, and mayo. And then you had like some, like, I don't know, special ones. So you had the Zinger Stacker, which was a Zinger filet with supercharger sauce, which was like the spicy mayo, and sweet chili at the top. With lettuce and cheese between two fillets, right? And first off, that was hard as fuck to eat, right? It was impossible to fucking eat because the fillets were in a regular shape. It's not like a burger patty where it's, you know, nice and flat and it doesn't move around as much. The fucking chicken fillets, like, they weren't even like made to be for a burger. They were just regular chicken breasts, right? That were fucked around in goddamn breading and slammed onto a bun with mayo and lettuce on it, and that was pretty much it. Literally every fucking burger there was, it was just sliding around like a son of a bitch, right? And I know, yeah, technically speaking, that's how chicken burgers usually go, but the thing is with KFC breading, and especially the fucking amount the goddamn cooks put on it, right? It was fucking hard as fuck to eat, and it was just everything was falling out. You take a bite and the whole thing would just explode like a fucking grenade, right? It exploded like a fucking nuclear bomb. So obviously, you know, eventually I decided to stop fucking eating at KFC and start going somewhere else. There was this Burger King that was literally right beside us. I think it was around month 5 that December. It was December I started going there. And holy shit, did that change my fucking life, right? So instead of just taking the staff meal I got, from KFC, I'd go over to the Burger King instead and pick out pretty much whatever the fuck I wanted. Normally, I'd go with the steakhouse meal because that's what I knew. It was basically a steakhouse burger with fries and a drink, right? And holy shit, did that change my fucking perspective of everything. Because keep in mind, KFC has literally nothing to go on burgers, right? In the kitchen, right, where I started working, because get this, my friend, right, who was a supervisor when I was working and worked with me, was talking with the manager and said they had to pull me back from front of house to middle of house where basically all the burgers were made, purely because I swore way too much, right? Which I'm 100% proud of, and that is going on my fucking resume. But anyway, I started going to this fucking Burger King, and holy shit, like, I realized how many options I was missing out on, dude. Like, the pure amount of options Burger King has in terms of not only burgers, but okay, maybe just burger, but still, they have so many fucking options, right? Like, for example, I'm looking at the menu right now. So you have flame grilled burgers. Like shit, you got the fucking crazy cheese barbecue double beef, crazy cheese barbecue triple beef, Angus sweet onion, Angus bacon double, the Angus bacon, the regular Whopper, double Whopper, triple Whopper, double cheese, long Texan, big King, kids burger. Like, you have so many fucking options that are completely different, right? That aren't just fucking oily crap with lettuce and mayo, right? That are it is actual fucking food, right? And not to mention, it has actual fucking toppings on it. It has actual fucking toppers, not goddamn the shit you'd find in the back of a goddamn dumpster, right? It had actual fucking ingredients. Like, yeah, and I know, like, just looking at these, I mean, they don't look so different, but fuck, I'd love to try, you know, like the Angus sweet onion, because I've never actually had that. But like, just the pure amount of fucking options these Burger King has, man. Like, you can put hash browns, you can put fucking tomatoes and shit. And when I realized that, right, I completely stopped eating fucking KFC, and I never went back since, right? Never went back since. And I'm never gonna, because fucking KFC is dog shit. And for the most part, this depends on from store to store. But I've actually read that they actually do flame grill their burgers, right? Which is fucking great, right? Which is fucking fantastic, because not only do they practice what they preach, but they actually give somewhat of a shit about the quality of their food, right? Which isn't something that can be said for a lot of fast food restaurants. Like, for example, McDonald's would just stick their fucking patties onto an electric grill and call it a day, right? Which, if you know anything about cooking, I mean, like, electric grilled, yeah, it gets the job done. Yeah, it's still edible, granted, but you can't beat flame grilled, dude. And even if like all stores don't have flame grill grills, they at least make it try to taste as if it was flame grilled, right? Which is great, because you just can't fabricate good smoky taste, right? And that's something you get with Burger King burgers, and Burger King burgers only at least at that price, right? I mean, yeah, you can go argue that, oh, there's some fucking gourmet restaurant where they charge like 20 quid for a burger the size of my nutsack, right? But it's just something you can't fabricate, and when you do, it just tastes like fucking garbage, right? Which is something that McDonald's, I've seen and tried to do a lot. Is it bad for you? Hell fucking yeah, right? Every fast food is bad for you, and there's no arguing that. However, what I will argue is that I think that Burger King burgers are actually less bad for you than, for example, McDonald's, because I've eaten at McDonald's before, and their patties just taste like fucking cardboard, right? They just taste like cardboard. They don't have that like juicy taste, you know. I don't know if you know what I mean, but the juicy taste that comes out of meat, right, or ground beef anyway. And something I'd also like to add is I've actually made my own burgers a couple times, and it actually didn't taste too dissimilar from Burger King burgers. So I don't know if my cooking's shit or if Burger King's just really good. And in terms of pricing, though, I'd say it's definitely more on the expensive side when it comes to fast food, right? But I'd say it's worth it, right? In my opinion, it's completely worth it to pay the extra for an actually good meal. Unlike in KFC, where they literally you were charged around 14 euros for 3 chicken tenders, 2 dips, and a drink, right? 3 fucking chicken tenders, ladies and gentlemen. 3. But like in Burger King, you can get like a Whopper meal for $10.60, and that's a Whopper, fries, and a drink, right? You can upgrade that to a double Whopper meal, which I think you get a medium fries and a medium drink, as well as a double Whopper for around, I think, 12 quid or so. And then the triple Whopper meal, which I think is around 15 euro or 14 euros. You get a triple Whopper, large fries, and a drink, right? And for the money, it actually doesn't seem like that's a lot of food. But trust me, after that fucking Whopper, you're not gonna want any more food. Trust me, dude. Like, I've had many situations where I was starving like a goddamn African child. I had a Whopper and I felt like a fucking fat man in the middle of Ohio, right? Like, straight up, it fills you up like a son of a bitch. So Burger King is the best because it has good range of products, right? Good range of fucking meals and shit. Good pricing, right, for what you're getting, and the best goddamn fucking quality I've ever seen in fast food, right? It's fantastic, right? I love Burger King, and I'm gonna continue eating at Burger King. Fuck KFC, fuck McDonald's. I wouldn't let my worst enemy fucking eat that trash, nor would a fucking starving child in Africa. If you gave a starving child in Africa fucking McDonald's Happy Meal, okay, maybe they'd eat the Happy Meal, but if you gave a starving child in Africa fucking Big Mac, right, they tell you to fucking bring it back and get him a refund, right? That's how fucking trash that garbage is, so don't stop eating it. Alright, anyway, so that concludes today's 21 minute and 56 second jerk off to Burger King. Hopefully they sponsor me, give me a fuckload of money. I don't know why I made this video. I wanted to. I wanted to talk about. I wanted, because I was passionate about it. I was really passionate about Burger King. I love Whoppers, especially after the fucking the commercial meme. You know, the Whopper, chicken, bacon, kids my basement, Whopper, right? I love Burger King. I'll die for Burger King. Hail to Burger King, Z Kyle. Yeah, so I've noticed I've actually made 2 references to the Third Reich. Just so everyone knows, I am not a neo-Nazi. I don't like white